Welcome everyone to the third and last video of this series. We're got Department 19, Will Hill. We are going to be talking about the thematic analysis this one. The theme about this book. Main thing classical theme that I've been able to find that is in this book is the loss of innocence, which more or less means through Jamie Carpenter being forced throughout the series to kind of grow up, be able to be a stronger person, kind of what I stated in the first video, talking about how he's had to always, his father being taken away, or technically being taken away, him thought being killed, his mother being taken away by Alexandria, him having to travel through everywhere and try to fight vampires, being taken in by a bunch of the department that he has no idea about. And he's just a 17-year-old boy at the time who is antisocial and is being forced to kind of just go all around the entirety of the entirety of Europe, basically trying to search for his mother when he has no idea what he's doing, no idea how any of this works, being forced to kind of grow up into a man and take care of everything, when he should be at high school finishing his years or going into planning to go into college. Instead, he's going and basically fighting for his family's life right now. And now in this book, him being around 18-19, has to fight off Dracula, the most powerful vampire in the world, stopping the end of the world. It's a lot of weight that you're putting on to a single boy's shoulders who has no real experience with all this. And this is him having to be forced throughout this entire thing to be truly, truly disciplined. I can kind of relate to that, having to kind of grow up at times, because always whenever I would also get in trouble, like when he would, it would be treated as like the biggest deal. For me, it'd be for no reason really, but for him, it's kind of, if he mistakes it, or has a mistake in the operation, it could mean that like the department gets found out, which they did, because, or more so, because of his video that he got caught on, or the moment when one of his teammates died because he wanted them to stay back, they refused, and then he decided to let them come in anyways, and then it was a mistake that he did that ended up getting them killed. And I, not related to them dying, but I could still relate to being forced to kind of grow up, not being able to make mistakes, being taught kind of that if you make a mistake, you will get punished, and being truly, quote, disciplined is, I can really relate to that through how I've been kind of raised. The second theme that I believe the author was trying to get across is conflict. Big part of this. Conflict between characters, as I was stating in the last one, in either the first or the second video. I can't exactly remember, about Larissa and Tim, their awkward, strange relationship that is just basically Tim being too clingy to a person that already has a boyfriend, him just kind of being really a terrible person, a jerk to her. Not necessarily a jerk, but kind of a jerk in the aspect that he won't leave her alone and continuously tries to get close to her. Also, the conflict of the whole part is counting down to basically kind of the end of the world, which the book ends off at basically counting down on the clock in level like 10, 9, but kind of like New Year's ball drop of when Dracula gets his full power and when they believe that the end of the world happens. Great conflict, as well as, like, this is an action. Great conflict as sorry. Great conflict as in the vampires always fighting humans. This great racial tension between the two, always kind of fighting with each other. And Jamie and Larissa are kind of the only true example that has been shown in the book of humans and vampires being able to live in harmony. But there is a separate place that kind of lives in harmony, not with humans, but with nature. It is called Valhalla. I think it's somewhere north of London, like very far north. It's in a forested area, but it's more or less in the book a sanctuary of where vampires can go, but they cannot harm humans, and they're more or less kind of the neutral of the two parties of like Department 19 and then Dracula's men. They're kind of just the neutral people that will work in between, and they'll give. I don't know if they've given any information to Dracula, but they keep giving information to Department 19 about different things. I'm thinking probably because they want to be able to live in peace with humans, which could also be an example of this conflict kind of either resolving or being kind of not put down, but shoved aside and them working together to deal with Dracula, the threat to both of their species, kind of. But the conflict can be very interesting with the racial tendencies. I also thought a great symbol that I did miss in the last video that could also go under conflict is the Iraq protests. That's the word I was looking for. Protests. The Iraqi protests that we had, or the Iraqi war protests. Iraq war protests that we had here. People never seen someone that was from Iraq, not seeing someone that was from there, that would literally put on like a bomb vest, blow up an entire group of people, that would kill them for not necessarily fun, but just kill Americans, really. They're being really ruthless with the way that they would do it. And then you have people at home, basically at what would be the soldiers' home, that are kind of being slaughtered or killed by them, that are protesting against them, trying to protect them. And they're saying that the soldiers shouldn't be there, though they shouldn't do anything. The Iraq are people too. We can't be fighting them. The great conflict of the races that are in this between vampires and humans was actually, Iraqi war was even mentioned in this. This is where I got that from, but it can even be related to BLM nowadays, Black Lives Matter. The great tension that is between those two alleged races, but I honestly really haven't seen any, like being a student, I haven't seen any of those tensions at all. I've only like heard about them and seen them on the news, which is interesting. But I feel like those are a big thing of the conflict in this, and loss of innocence by Jamie. But otherwise, that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed the series, and I hope you go and actually read the book yourselves. I hope you all enjoy your days. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.